Jamie and Stoney show. So, Jake is running the board today. Greg is taking a little vacation day, and hopefully he's enjoying himself. And Jake's on the board, and Jake and I play a little golf together every now and then. And Jake always works, or usually works, those Saturday shows that I do at 2 o'clock. And we've become somewhat friendly. I don't want it to go to his head, but you know.
I was just about to say, Riggs, am I going to get a on-air admittance of being friends with me?
I mean, I consider you a strong acquaintance, I do. So, anywho, Jake and I text every now and then, and Jake is, what are you, 24?
I appreciate that. I might act 24, but I'm coming on 27.
Okay, 27. When I was 27. So Jake is 27, and I'm 44. And apparently, things have changed a lot in texting, in the whole age gap thing. So I recently texted Jake something, and then I put like 7 exclamation marks after.
Yeah, Rieger, you're bearing the lead here. Rieger is one of the worst texters of all time because I always feel like you're either yelling at me or your question is the most pressing question in the entire world because there's 18 question marks afterwards. And I always just got to tell you, Rieger, pump the brakes when you're texting.
See, I thought none of this stuff though. Like Heather, Tom, 248-539-9797. Like apparently there's these rules. There's these rules that the millennials have that when you text them, if you text a certain way, they look at it when it's probably not really even true what you're saying. Like, give me another one, Jake.
All right, Rieger, you're not as guilty on this one, but the biggest one, I would say the number one rule in texting is a single K for response is the equivalent of saying F you. I mean, if you text back with a single K, you might as well just end that conversation forever. And I'll use an example. I might have a boss in the building one time that texted me back a single K, and I thought I was getting fired. I thought my career is done, and he just gave me the K treatment. I might as well quit.
And by the way, that was me.
Yeah, that was you. I was nervous.
No way. You got to understand you need to understand people's personal lives and what's going on. Like a lot of times, I feel like I'm pretty quick to respond on things, but what you don't know is there's, for example, 3 kids that are under 10-year-old getting taught at home for 3 months, and so I'm in the middle of showing Sam how to, make a bee. And you're texting me about, hey, can I do updates tomorrow? I'm just gonna go K.
Exactly, but I guess that's the point of this whole topic is the unknown effects that it has. And I said in our pre-show prep here, I had a friend who thought her mother-in-law hated her guts because she would give her the K treatment on text, and she finally confronted her about it, and exactly like your same reaction, like, you gotta be kidding me.
Like, who knew this?
But that's just a big difference. I mean,
I'm technically a millennial here as well. Like, I'm still a millennial. I fall within this millennial age gap, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that K meant F-U.
I mean,
I thought it meant like K. Okay.
F-U might be a little strong, but you got to type out O-K-A-Y, and then maybe add like a sounds good or an emoji, like the 100 emoji, even a thumbs up emoji. But the single K is brutal, guys.
Okay, so 248-539-9797. The ticket text 248-539-9797. Has any millennial or person ever heard of this crap? Like, I truly believe Jake's making this up. I really do. But you got 2 more in your prep that you sent over this morning. You did say, and I want to read this, TNS and PNS stands for thoughts and prayers. But you claim it's a sarcastic way to say, I don't feel bad for you, or suck it up.
Correct.
Is that true?
Exactly.
So like when somebody passes away and you see TNS and PNS, you're saying something
That's a little bit different. That's extreme. That's extreme. All right, I'm going to give you an example because I wanted to text you this when you were complaining about getting up early in the morning. And, I'm so tired from doing the morning show. I just wanted to send you a quick tease and base.
I don't think I said that. Wow. Jake just...
Yeah, you got out.
Jake just outs everybody, doesn't he?
Whoa, it's a dog-eat-dog world here, Riggs. You know that. Come on.
So go on.
All right, and we're getting some ticket texts that are agreeing with me, by the way. Jake is spot on. K is basically FU. I agree with Jake. Single K is acceptable, or unacceptable, I'm sorry. Single K is unacceptable, very rude, and I'm 41. So there's somebody 41. K is the equivalent of saying, go F yourself, LOL.
Wow.
I never knew this. Maybe it's just because I'm old.
But do you use the K, Rieger? Like, I never text K to somebody.
Yeah, because you're
I always say sounds good, usually with an exclamation point to
Right,
make
exactly.
to make sure I'm like
I do too.
happy. But nobody ever texts me K, which I guess is good news for me.
Another
too.
ticket text. If my wife texts me K, then I know she's beyond this. Great take on the meaning behind the K. I'm telling you guys, I'm not making this up.
Wow.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
How do you find this out?
I guess I piss a lot of people off, maybe, and they always text me that K.
Exactly.
But I'm
It's
sure
the
on
hard
a
way.
text that I'm juggling a lot, but I'm trying to also pacify that person when it's really not my main priority in that moment. But I'm trying to. I'm multitasking.
That's
Okay,
fair. That's
I
fair.
got a question. Then what does the double K mean? Like KK?
That's a little
double
bit more
FU?
acceptable. No. That's like, because I've got a buddy that does the
After you twice.
Right, we'll do the KKK, but you got to be careful. Obviously, you want to either do 2Ks, 4Ks, but I would just advise staying away from the letter K altogether. Give me an OK sounds good. Give me a thumbs up emoji. Give me a 100 emoji. And I know I'm not an iPhone guy. My friends make fun of me for it all the time. I ruin all
I'm
the
not
Google
either.
message.
Nice
Thank you.
job, Jake.
Yeah, right on, Heather. I knew I liked you, but in the iPhones you can do like or emphasize or any of that. I don't mess around with that because, like I said, I'm not an iPhone guy. But just give me more than a K, because K is the equivalent of FU, and I will die on that take.
Okay, I have a rule that people really need to follow when it comes to texting and social media and stuff. Don't take everything so literal. Okay? Seriously.
Reese can tell you I'm a king of overthinking.
Yeah, and the whole thing about there's something bizarre about our human nature in the written word versus talking with each other. It's like people take the written word so much more literal than other stuff. But I will say this about that. I guess wouldn't thoughts and prayers be T and P's? T's and P's?
Yeah, T's and P's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You said
Rieger
T's and S's
Yeah.
too.
Whoa, no, Rieger messed that up.
Yeah, of course he did. Just like
I just
Schneider.
read, how dare you? I just read TNS and PNS.
No, T, like capital T, small s, because that's thoughts.
Right.
Capital P, small s, that's
That's what I
prayers.
said.
If it was just T and P, it'd be thought and prayer. You don't say thought and prayer, you say thoughts and
I
prayer.
just read what you wrote. Anyway, my thing is, you millennials are offended by freaking everything.
No, not offended. Not
Yes, you
offended.
are. Who thinks about this stuff? You get a K, you're like, okay, cool, they got my text. But no, Jake over there, oh my God, Tom hates me because he texted me back. K. I mean, does
There's only one time I've been mad at Jake, and he knows it because he did something he's better than, and I wanted to point that out that you're better than this.
That's right.
We're not going to get into it.
You probably texted him the big FU.
No, that was before text. This needed to be.
You text FU.
This needed to be in person, but we won't go there. But okay, so
Stay
back,
away from that one.
so my back to T's and P's is, I do think that is very inconsiderate. And I'm with the Jamie bandwagon. In fact, that the whole when somebody dies, that somebody's famous, and the whole Twitter just goes thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Say something else. You know, if there's something that needs a